What is up, you guys? It is Jay the Great, and welcome back to another combat sports video here today. And today we got something I'm looking forward to myself. We got McGregor versus Poirier 2 extended promo. I accept. Now, shout out to Dress Studios, man. Like I said in past videos, they always do a splendid job of promoting these big, high-profile fights in the MMA and boxing world. So I'm looking forward to this fight. As we all know, Conor McGregor has accepted a bout January 23rd against Dustin Poirier to fight for the second time. And in the first one, you know, we all know McGregor basically took him out in the first round. So I'm excited for this. Let's not waste much more time. If you're new and you enjoy, hit that like button, hit that sub button, and hit that bell to stay up to date with yours truly. But let's get straight to the video. Screen. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight to it.
Las Vegas, Dana White, the king of Dublin, the notorious Conor McGregor.
For years, the UFC has looked for a huge star for the European market, and it looks like they may have found one. Conor McGregor, ahead of his fight with Dustin Poirier at UFC 178.
Sorry, guys. I'm just adjusting the volume real quick. There you go.
Is this your toughest test today? To tell you the honest truth, I fought tougher guys, and if Conor could fight half as good as he can speak, you know, I think it would be.
Dustin thinks it's all talk, but when he wakes up with his nose plastered on the other side...
Keep in mind, guys, these guys had some history. You know, they fought once, like I said before, and they had some bad blood, you know.
It's fun, but it's also a little aggravating.
I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna play off his panic. I sense panic every time I look at that young boy. I'm just being myself.
You gotta give it to McGregor, man. He's very good at mental warfare. That's for sure.
This fight, I'm gonna be cool, calm, and calculated. I'm gonna take you out, man.
Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. A gust of wind and he does the chicken dance.
He needs an ass whipping like he's about to get. It's gonna make him a better person in the long run. You're welcome, Conor.
His shots are basic, and I believe this is where it comes to an end. You know?
I think most of these are from the first fight, but even so, it's still relevant, obviously, because they are fighting again.
Like somebody that much I'm ever fought.
His chin is gonna be cracked, and it's gonna be cracked early.
A lot of people look up to it and think he's the next thing, you know, and I'm just gonna show that he's not. It's impossible to do what he said he's gonna do.
He's a scared little boy.
I'm prepared and ready, and I'm gonna put this guy away.
Panic is setting in, and that is that. So I will go out and I'll put him stiff and carry on my journey.
It's personal. In his business. It's a grudge match. I don't like this guy.
My confidence comes from looking around at the division.
Bet you like him now, huh? They're giving you that $1 million check at least. And this one.
They don't think like I think.
That's a bit real.
Like I talk.
Well, we're gonna go in there and see who's a better fighter. You know, that's what it comes down to.
Dustin's little pea head is gonna get removed. It's gonna get put into my collection, and I'm gonna get on my way to the goal.
September 27th, guys. Come get it, Conor.
Now, this is their first fight 6 years ago, man. Wow, that's a long time ago. UFC 178.
This fight between Poirier and McGregor. Here we go! Immediately, McGregor opens up with a hook kick. Yes, southpaw side back his body. Again, Poirier. Oh, he tagged on the left.
And this was a quick night in the office for Conor McGregor. Took him out pretty quick.
He's talking to him. Hands in his hips.
What happened? Must have clipped him real good. Wow. Quick night in the office for Conor, man. This was a different Conor, in my opinion, at least mentally. This was one that was hungry, you know. He's still hungry, but that hunger when you haven't made it yet is unmatched. And Conor was in that state of mind, you know. Sorry, guys, I just had an ad. We're back, though.
Featherweights don't understand. Until they get hit by me, it's a whole other ball game when they get hit by me. So I said I'd knock him out in the first round, and I knocked him out in the first round. You can call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things. This is the new age. I wanted to come over here to
This
America.
was when McGregor
American public.
was building
The new era.
that character, you know. He was still in the process of building himself into what he is now, which is the biggest name in combat sports.
People are always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but guess what? I back it up.
You know, I personally don't like Conor now, but I did like him then, you know, when he was hungry. I didn't mind the shit talking, I still don't. But, you know, when you're losing and talking shit, I don't like that. And that's what's happened lately. Besides the Cowboy fight. I mean, like the Mayweather fight, the Khabib fight, you're still talking after you got your ass whooped. That's just my opinion. But yeah. I say it how I see it, man. I'm sure I'm gonna get some hate for that, but hey, it is what it is. I don't go back on my word, you know. I say what I say. So. But I respect him. I respect this man. All right, he's the best businessman to ever step foot in UFC. That is a fighter also. Spectacular. He's phenomenal. You know, he's phenomenal entertainer. Great fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a great fighter. World class. But I think he's just done some things that I haven't agreed with. You know, it is what it is.
Dustin is a good kid. I had no ill feelings towards Dustin. It was weird to me that he was like, I've never hated a guy as much as I hate this guy in my life, or something like that. He said, to me that is weird. I cannot hate a man that has the same dreams as me. And, you know, I have no emotion to them at the end of the day. I am on my
Well
journey.
said. Well said.
So he's a humble guy. He came to fight. And I have nothing but respect for these competitors. Make no mistake, I am cocky in prediction. I am confident in preparation. But I am always humble in victory or defeat.
I give him that. He is. He is. I give him that. I do respect him for that. McGregor versus Poirier.
Conor McGregor in 2020 took another turn on Thursday when he revealed to the world that he has, in fact, accepted a fight against Dustin Poirier.
You know, fighting is a roller coaster. I think people who say it's not are lying.
Dustin has gotten a lot better over the years, man. I think this fight's going to be a lot different than the first one. I don't know if Dustin beats Conor, but it's going to be different. I truly feel that, and I guarantee it. Guarantee it. He beat Justin Gaethje also. That was a good win. And he beat Eddie Alvarez. He has some good wins under his belt. He's world class as well. World class. Dan Hooker. That was a tough fight too. Wow. About to get another ad, guys.
I would like to
Alright, we're back.
to the public the return of the notorious Conor McGregor.
That was the last time that Conor fought. He looked like a world beater. I do give him that. He annihilated Cowboy. Annihilated him. And I think that was the last time Poirier fought against Hooker. Good fight.
Your thoughts on the 25 minutes that just expired in that octagon?
It was a tough one, man. You know, Dan came to the fight. He's a tough guy. He's on the rise. He really thought that he was going to get past me. He talked a lot of trash, like he was going to move forward and fight the champ. But I'm the champ, man.
Dustin calls out Conor. Conor then responds.
He has, in fact, accepted a fight against Dustin. There is a bit of a stipulation on his part now in accepting this fight against Dustin Poirier, and it's that he wants the fight to happen in 2020.
So through this crazy, pandemic year that we're going through, we faced a lot of challenges. We got a lot of things done. We made this thing work. We made it happen. We have our schedule laid out. Fighters have committed to it. Fighters have started training for these fights. And, Conor came back and said he wants to fight. He wants to fight Dustin. So we went out and got him his own date, January 23rd.
Conor McGregor, he does big business every time he's out there.
So they said, all right.
Agreed. Big business all the time, man. Every fight he's been in since like 2015. Big business. Big business.
Are a little thin. The UFC doesn't want to do that, as you alluded to, because when Conor fights, it usually does very well pay-per-view wise.
I mean, Conor has been a little bit annoyed lately, and he's been a little bit frustrated. But in all fairness to Conor, he's been annoyed and frustrated for the things that you and I generally love. He wants to fight. Oh, by the way, he wants a hard fight. Oh, by the way, what is cooler than accepting a fight and saying, hey, guess what, opponent? We're doing it right now.
I spoke to Dustin Poirier. He said he's in on November 21st, December 12th, or January 23rd. Of course he's in.
Does that fight even make sense? I think
Shout out to Dustin, man, because... Well, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after. I don't want to keep talking over the video.
Dustin, who's clearly gotten better. I think that's always fun for us fans.
I've offered him a date on January 23rd versus Dustin Poirier. Yes or no?
That will leave
It's a yes or no answer.
UFC president Dana White told ESPN's Brett Okamoto that the UFC wasn't budging on its offer to have Conor McGregor fight Dustin Poirier on January 23rd, 2021. So essentially, he said, take it or leave it. On Wednesday evening,
they gave Conor an ultimatum
that he was accepting. He wanted the fight. He was going to take the fight against Dustin Poirier. He also
well done, Conor.
said that
I give you your props for that.
For the fight to happen at
you took what they gave you.
The home of the Dallas Cowboys. So Conor's premise is, hey, let's go to a place where they are allowing fans right now. Let's have fans in attendance.
Like I said, all he does and all he wants is big business. Smart man. Smart man. Smart businessman, at least. Looking forward to it, man. Well, there you have it. Alright, guys, that was the video. Shout out to Dress Studios, like I said. Now, like I always do for y'all that have been watching me, I do my thoughts on these kind of fights, big profile fights. So we got Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier Part 2. Like I said before, as we all know, they fought 6 years ago, and I think it's safe to say a lot has changed, you know, with the obvious being both these men are different fighters from then. More so for Dustin, I believe. Conor since then, you know, beat Eddie Alvarez, fought Nate Diaz twice, lost to Floyd Mayweather in a fight we all knew he would, lost to Khabib in a fight that he didn't really deserve in my opinion, and then destroyed Cowboy, which I give him credit for because he looked like a world beater. That's the most current version of Conor. Now, Dustin since then has been in a lot of good fights, beat a champ in Max Holloway at 145, who went up to 155 to fight Dustin. He beat Dan Hooker in a close one. He lost to Khabib as well and you know, got dominated like Conor did, even more so than Conor, to be fair to Conor. And here we are now, 2020. They're, you know, a few months away from Part 2. Now, if I had to say what happens in this fight, or what at least I think will happen, is this will be a different fight. Conor will not get him out of there as quick. First of all, I believe that was at 145. First of all, so Dustin is bigger. I'm sure the weight cuts are much easier, and I'm sure he's just much more in shape at that weight class. You know, he's obviously much more comfortable there since he's been fighting there for several years there at a successful level, you know, at a successful rate. So I think it's going to be a tough fight for Conor. Do I think Dustin wins? I don't know. There hasn't really been a lot on Conor these last, 3 years? I mean, we had the Floyd fight, which you don't really even count. The Khabib fight, he didn't. I mean, it's Khabib. Khabib didn't really let him get going. He did look good in round 3, to be fair. You know, he gave Khabib some work, and I thought he won that round against Khabib, to be fair also. His striking looked good. And against Cowboy, I mean, there's nothing really there to base what he's going to be, you know, base off, because it ended in 40 seconds or some shit like that. So there's not really much there. Now, Dustin, there's plenty. You know, there's a Hooker fight. There's a Khabib fight in which he lost. There's a Holloway fight in which he looked amazing. A couple fights. He's definitely improved, and that's clear as day since the Conor fight. The Conor fight did end quickly. It was clear that Conor was just the man. You know, it was his time, and he just imposed his will on Dustin, you know, striking-wise, and got him out of there quickly. Now, this one, I think he's not going to be able to do so, not very easily at least. It's going to be, I think, another war for Dustin. Tough fight for Dustin. Tough fight for Conor. And if I had to predict who wins as of now, I would still say Conor, because I just think he has a power advantage and just a better distance control, as far as if I'm going based off what we used to see from him back in the day, you know, a couple years ago. And what we saw against the Khabib fight, and what we saw him do in the Khabib fight, I would say Conor still wins in a tough matchup. And I'm not even Conor fan, to be fair. So I'm just trying to be as unbiased as possible. I still think he wins. I'm going to be rooting for Dustin, for sure. I don't hate Conor, by the way. I just don't like that he talks shit after he loses. Because what's the point of talking shit? You lost already. You know, why are you talking shit to Khabib? He beat your ass. I mean, he mauled your ass. You got one round against him. Cool. he mauls you for the other rounds. So, but that, I'm not trying to hate on Conor in this video. I'm just saying I think he wins. So obviously I'm not hating on him. I think he wins that fight. I could be wrong. Could be Dustin. Dustin is world class. They're both world class strikers, world class boxers. You know. But yeah, guys, gonna wrap it up for my thoughts in this entire video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts. And this is Jody Gate with another video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.